simple and easy way to trade digital assets? Introducing Bitget Spot Copy Trade, an easier and faster way to get your copy trades filled at low slippage prices. Here's how to get started in 3 simple steps. First, tap the Copy tab at the bottom, the Spot tab above, and select a trader to copy. Next, select your spot trading pairs to follow, the limits of your copy trade mode, and your risk management parameters. You can even toggle the advanced mode to adjust the parameters for each spot trading pair you follow. Once done, tap Follow. Confirm the parameters that you've selected for each trading pair, and select Got It. Congratulations, you've now successfully copied a trader. To see all your active trades, select the Copy tab, Spot, and roll over to My Traders. Ready to profit? Spot copy trade with Bitget today.
Yes, hello and welcome.
How the economic machine works in 30 minutes.
Hello and welcome again to our spot trading webinar. And today we will be speaking about general trading. We'll also be reviewing some of the things you can do in terms of setting up your portfolio, in terms of setting up your account to be ready for spot trading, for conversions, for futures trading. So this will be a beginner's guide. It's very important for you to, as a beginner, to learn how how things work, and this will be a very important guide for you. Without further ado, we'll quickly get started. Do remember, at the end of this webinar, we have a quiz, and this quiz will be very helpful to most of us. Which will be able to win up to $20 for the first 20 users who are able to complete our quiz correctly. So do ensure you listen in. All the questions are based off this particular quiz. That said, let's get this started. First of all, a kind reminder to also join our our Telegram channel, that being at Bitget Africa Official. My name is Munene Matendo, and I'll be your host for this evening. So let's get started with spot trading. Let's get to understand the workings of spot trading. We will be reviewing both how to do it on the web and how to do it on the app. And this will also be very helpful in terms of guiding you to learn how basically spot trading works. Now, first of all, spot trading is a way for you to buy and sell your crypto, where you actually own your assets. Now, the reason I said you actually own your assets is because of something we're going to talk about shortly called futures trading. Unlike futures trading, spot trading doesn't allows you to actually own whatever assets you are trading. So futures trading, on the other end, basically lets you trade contracts. Now, why would you choose spot trading? And for those of us who are completely new here, spot trading typically helps you buy and sell and trade your cryptocurrencies from one cryptocurrency to another. So this is your easiest way to move one crypto to another. Now, the key reason why you want to use spot trading is the fact that you actually own the crypto, the flexibility that allows you to have immediate transactions, and the simplicity which is often considered whenever, simply because for the trading methods here, it's pretty straightforward, the kind of orders you're going to have. The key features of spot trading is the fact that you have more than 900 trading pairs, not just 500. You have a huge number of coins that you can be able to trade or to buy. There's also high liquidity, meaning that whatever currencies you're trading, you are assured that you can be able to swap them in an easy manner. spot trading also does offer you uh, rather trading generally does offer you margin and leverage. Unlike again, Bitget does offer you what we call margin trading, which allows you to actually own the assets that you want to trade with, but amplify your leverage while you are trading these assets. Now, in terms of the kind of tools, Bitget does provide you with a couple of tools to help your trading journey be a bit simpler. We have limit orders, trigger orders, which I'll show you how to configure, market orders, OCO orders, which basically is orders which are placed, which are linked together. One cancels the other. Then there's ways you can be able to set up take profits and stop losses, and also trading stop orders. Now, limit orders, they basically, it's us, for instance, going to the market and saying, whenever Bitcoin say hits $60,000, I want to buy it at $60,000. Maybe my $10 worth of Bitcoin, I want to buy that much. So that's how limit orders would typically work. We also have market orders, which you basically buy at the best available prices. Now, these may be a bit tricky because in some cases where you have, for instance, lower than usual liquidity, then it can mean that some of the users, or rather some of the traders may not get the full you may not get the full amounts because of slippage. Now, we also, as we've said, OCO orders, I'll show you how to configure that on a live screen shortly. So how do you use Bitget's spot trading? The first process, of course, ensure your account is KYC'd. For those of us who are joining us for the first time and they have not KYC'd their accounts, you can check the KYC guide. You can check the KYC guide that we'll be sharing rather on our previous sessions. Basically, just subscribe to this particular channel, and our videos, you'll find the KYC guide. Once you do that, you will need to deposit funds. And once your account is set up, something we also covered on our first session on how to set up your account. You'll need now to deposit your funds, and you can transfer either as cryptocurrencies from another wallet or exchange to Bitget, or as you can also do fiat deposits, and that means you can deposit your local currencies, be it NGN, KES, GHS, your ZAR, all these major currencies, you can also deposit them. Once you do that, you navigate to your interface. So now, when it comes to spot trading, you need to go to under homepage. You'll find the trade tab, which is where you get spot trading. Whatever you're looking at here is the mobile interface. However, I'll be able to cover the web interface, which is similar to what mobile interface has, just just a slight difference in how it's executed. Now, once you come into this page, by default, you'll go to the trading pair BTC USDT. Now, you can explore the various trading pairs you want to, wherever you want to trade. In a future session, we'll be able to tell you, for instance, what to look for when you're buying cryptocurrencies, and basically how to do research. So now, browse through the trading pairs you'd like to typically want to trade. Once you do that, you'll need to come in now and set an order. Before you do that, however, you may need to analyze the market. You can use the charts and real-time order book provided by TradingView to analyze the market trends. Don't worry about all these. Whatever you're looking at here, I'll be able to explain it one by one. Moving on, you'll need to come in here and place your order. There are about 5 orders on Bitget, starting with limit orders. There's an advanced limit order, which we call, which we'll be able to talk about as well. A market order, a trigger, and an OCO order with, you can also configure take profit and an trailing stop. All these, again, as mentioned, we'll be able to talk about them shortly. Now, you'll input if for instance you chose a market order, or rather a limit order, you'll just need to input the amount of funds you'd like to buy. Of course, that has to be based off your balances. Once you do that, just come in here and input the amounts, and you'll be able to now define at what price your order will execute. So, for instance, in this case, this limit order was put up to trigger at $50,000. When Bitcoin hits $50,000, then that's when the limit order triggers. Now, once that's done, you can also monitor and manage your trades under this tab where you can see this item here, which you can be able to also cancel all the trades should you want to change your decision. Now, I'll quickly walk you through candlesticks. Actually, I'll quickly walk you through Bitget, the actual exchange, and how to get to spot trading, and then we can talk about interpreting charts. On the web interface, what we just seen here, there was the app interface. On the web interface, just come in here, hover under trade interface, then click on sports. Once that's done, it loads this page. The page looks like this. So for this particular page, on the left chart, right here, you can find your charts. Basically, this is the chart. I'll also get to show you how the chart works. There is the standard chart, which doesn't have a lot of tools. And then there is the trading view charts, which has a significant amount of tools for advanced traders. Now, on the top here, you'll find this is the news tab, where Bitget, basically, you can see your favorite tokens and all that. Right here, you'll find basically the Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, rather the trading pairs that you're going to be trading at. So this is BTC being a ticker symbol. A ticker symbol is basically the short form of the cryptocurrency you're looking at. So in this case, Bitcoin is denominated by the ticker symbol BTC, and USDT being USD Tether. Basically, this is a stable coin that users can be able to leverage to stabilize their investments. Wherever you're looking at here is the page. Basically, this particular page allows you to. I'll show you right now. This page here will show you the volumes, the 24-hour change, the 24-hour highs, the highest the price has gone to, the lowest the price has gone to, past 24 hours, and the quantity of Bitcoin that has been traded right here in the exchange on this particular pair, and the 24-hour total USDT volume for this particular pair. Now, that's the first part. Now, the next part is the order book. The order book, as it sounds, is basically the book of orders. So this here is the order book. So the order book's role is basically to show you the people who are buying, the people who are selling, and something I'll come to talk about called the market depth. If you the red section, basically shows you all the sellers in the market, and the green section shows you all the buyers in the market in their respective quantities. Now, on the very right side is where you configure your orders. But before we go through that, let's take a look at different types of orders. Starting off with limit orders. So limit orders allow you to configure the specific price that you'd like to see, rather that you'd like to execute at. And you can also be able to configure based off the quantity that you'd like to trade with. In my case, I'll use, for instance, a different token. For instance, here, I'll just search for WLD, the WorldCoin token. Coming in here, under orders, I can decide to sell. At the moment, we bought some WLD, so we can decide to sell using limit orders. So I could define that whenever the price reaches $4, maybe $4.5, I want to sell maybe one WorldCoin at that price, or two WLD, and it will automatically fill in the price for you. So you could, once you click on sell, the order will come down here, and you'll be able to come in later and edit the order or cancel it should it not execute. Orders here will always, limit orders will always stay pending until they are executed. Going forward, we have market orders which executes instantly. So in our case, we can maybe try sell one WLD at the current price, and clicking on sell, the sale is already complete and the quantity is already done. Now, other orders are typical like OCO. So for an OCO order, is a very interesting order type because it allows you to lock in the price, for instance, the profits you've already had, while ensuring that you don't also take too much risk when you're locking in your profits. How that works is basically through, I'll show you quickly right here, that on the limit side, you could define that you want your OCO order to execute at, say, $4. However, if say WLD goes lower than maybe $2, I could execute and say I want to sell it at 1.99 immediately, and maybe I want to sell 3 WLD. I'll click on sell, and this will create two orders. These orders, you can see right here, down here, you can see we have two orders already created, and basically this means one will cancel the other. Whichever is executed first will cancel the other order. Now let's come to the main, the major part of the chart. So this is how the chart looks like, and what you're looking at is candlesticks. Actually, I think let's go to candlesticks first before we go to these charts. So candlesticks, basically, these are, we have, first of all, a chart is basically a succession of candlesticks, or Japanese candles that form a set allowing us to analyze the markets. And there are two types of colors. When it by default, of course, you could change these. There's two types of colors. There's a red candlestick and then a green candlestick. So whenever you see a green candlestick, it means the price increased. On the configured chart time scale, you'll get to see the different time frames that you can be able to configure charts. Now, for this particular candlestick, whenever you see a red one, you basically, this means that the this means that the candlestick is basically showing a price action of with the price or with the price going down. So that's the key item when it comes to candlesticks. Now, let's take a look at, for instance, the Bitcoin graph. It may look like this. I want to go down to some of these right here. On the top here is where you select your time frames. Time frames basically mean that on a particular time, on specific periods of time, on specific periods of time, that's when the candlesticks rather that's when you'll that's what you're looking at in terms of the candlesticks. Now what I can adjust this to be maybe each candlestick showing a daily time frame. And when we say, for instance, a daily time frame, it just means that whatever candlestick you're looking at shows you the specific time. So if it's a daily time frame, it says whatever price action you're looking at happened over the past, say, 24 hours. And that's what the daily candlestick could look like. The 12-hour candlestick labeled as 12H would typically show you the price change of the asset over the past 12 hours. You also have a weekly candlestick, which would typically show you the price change of the price change over the past week. Rather over the past weeks, not just 1 week. Now, going down here, we'll be able to see what candlesticks mean. So whenever you see a green candlestick, it just means the price opened, this is, sorry. When you see a candlestick, what that means is the upper part is what we call an upper shadow. So this is regions where there were trading volumes, but they were not that much. The middle part is what we call the body, and then this is the what shows you where most of the trading action happened, and the lower part is what we call the lower shadow. And this shows you where the lowest the prices went to. However, those volumes were never sustained. Now, the open price, basically, this is the open of the any where you see written open, it can be either an open or a close. Again, it depends on whether the candlestick is red or green. So our candlestick can open from here and close to here to the upper part, which is a green candlestick. And if it's, for instance, what you're looking at right now is a red candlestick. Now, there are candlestick patterns which you can be able to come in and be able to read more for you to be able to analyze these patterns more and be a profitable trader. So now, when it comes to these are just typical other types of candlesticks that you can be able to use. Now I'll go back to our charts. There are a couple of other indicators with simple tools like your rulers here. Maybe you want to see how much the price change was between a certain period of time, something like that. You can be able to come in here and see maybe this candle in the current time frame being 1 day, this candle has changed a total of 14.9%. Very, very interesting data you can be able to get. Now you could scroll like this and be able to find the price data of this particular token. You could also go down a bit. You could also adjust the time frames right here and find down to the 3 months. This is a 3-month candlestick. You can also see your past orders, which can be found right here. You can also come in here and show different indicators. You could input indicators here. These are some of the things you learn on the advanced as we advance towards rather as you advance your trading journey. So far that's more about spot trading. For new users, however, you don't have to go through all this. There is what we call convert. So if you come in under spot trading, there is the convert tool, which allows you to convert one crypto to another immediately. So you can be able to convert one crypto to another immediately without having to go through all the or whatever I just shown you. So in this case, maybe if I had some USDT, I could say maybe I want to buy some WLT using my 0.98 USDT. Will just come in, preview your conversion. You're told at this price, you'll receive 0.44. I just confirm the transaction. Just confirm the transaction like this, and that's it. That's how you convert easily. You don't have to wait. This tool is very easy for beginners. So if I'm coming here, I have maybe some of my WLD and I need to convert them to USDT. Maybe I have 5 WLD. I'll just preview these. I'll click on confirm, and this is now converted to USDT. So if I go to my wallet, and your spot assets, you should be able to find some USDT and some WLD. Okay, so you can find some of the USDT just converted and some of the WLD we just converted. Pretty easy to get to. So for new users, you can use this particular tool. It's now updated. You can use this particular tool to help you convert some of the cryptocurrencies to other cryptocurrencies that you have. Now, that's about, oh, sorry, I realized I wasn't sharing that. So you could come in here. I'll have to repeat all that as I realized I wasn't sharing that. So under spot trading, you could find convert tool, which is a very important tool for for beginner traders. I can come in here and decide I want to buy maybe 10 maybe Bitcoin worth $10. So I'll come in here, I'll put in my $10, $10, and I'll preview this, and I will be told, sorry about this. Okay, sorry. So the convert tool basically allows you to you can convert one crypto to another. You just preview here and confirm the transaction, and that's about it. That's very, very useful for beginners. Now we'll go to the next part where I'll introduce you to futures trading. Do remember this is not our futures masterclass. So this is just a way for you to leverage crypto futures. But before we even go there, we'll get to talk about futures right here. So I'll play us a very short clip explaining futures. Just a second. All right. So if you're new, let's
Embark on your first futures trade. Let's dive in and make that initial trade. First, transfer funds to your futures account. Click the wallet icon, select transfer, choose your futures type, cryptocurrency, and enter the amount. Now, let's place that first order. Choose your trading pair, like the popular BTC USDT Perpetual. Select cross or isolated margin mode, depending on your risk appetite. Set your leverage, keeping it under 10x for starters. Remember, higher leverage means higher potential gains, but also higher risks. Pick your order type. Beginners stick to limit, market, or trigger orders. Each has its unique advantages, so choose wisely based on your strategy. Don't forget to set take profit and stop loss levels. They're your safety net, helping manage risks in this thrilling market. Finally, click buy if you're bullish or sell if you're bearish. Congratulations, you've just made your first futures trade on Bitget. As you continue your futures journey, keep an eye on funding rates, margin requirements, and transaction fees. Understanding these concepts is crucial for long-term success. Remember, futures trading is a marathon, not a sprint. Manage your emotions, maintain the right mindset, and allocate your positions wisely. With Bitget by your side, you're well equipped for this exciting adventure. Start your futures trading journey with Bitget today.
all right. So basically, for futures, it's just like spot trading, except that in terms of configuration and the types of assets you are owning is just slightly different. So the key takeaways here. Bitget does offer you USDT margined perpetual futures. Perpetual futures are basically futures they do not have an expiry. So that's what perpetual means. But we have some, for instance, monthly contracts, basically contracts that can spile up to a certain period. Now, the key differences here, I'll talk about USDT margined, USDC margined, coin margined, and delivery futures. So let's take a look at the key differences here. Now, when some of the key differences start with the quote currency. Usually for USDT and USDC margined, these are forward futures. I'll talk to you about forward futures and what they all mean. And they're usually in stable coins such as USDT and USDC. Coin margined perpetual futures. These are usually Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. And we also have coin margined. When you see coin M, it just means coin margined. And what that just basically means is you're using whatever coins you have, or you're using the stable coin you have as a collateral to borrow more to enter into your futures positions. For coin margined futures, delivery futures, these are usually in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Now, we'll take a look at the common trading pairs. Of course, for USDT margined, and it's basically all the stablecoin margined futures. Most of them will be in BTC or Ethereum. For coin margined, these are USD denominated. Do remember, I didn't say USDT or USDC. I said USD denominated. For delivery, you can find like BTC USD 0628, and for that indicating basically the expiry date of that particular futures contract. We have also the notional value, and for the USDT margined, basically when I say USDT and USDC, I just mean stablecoin margined. They're all in fiat, and for coin margined, they're all in crypto, as well as basically for all the coin margined products. In terms of its expiry dates, coin margined futures delivery contracts. These ones are the only ones with expiration. And in terms of transactional fees, you're looking at funding rates both for coin margined and stable coin margined products, and the delivery fee for coin margined futures contracts. In terms of the characteristics, PNL is intuitive for USDT, USDC margined, and PNL conversion is required for coin margined, as well as PNL conversion is also required for the other delivery contracts. The kind of suitable, or rather who can use this for USDT and USDC margined, this is usually aimed at beginners. If you're getting started on your futures journey, this is typically aimed at you. There's also the coin margined, anyone can use that, but specifically more weight on the experts and the delivery futures with expirations is typically for experts. Now, for USDT margin futures, which are perpetual, these are what we call forward futures contracts, and these are based off fiat stable coins, as we mentioned, USDT and USDC, and the value of the contract is calculated based off the dollar, and these allow users and investors to access value and risks of the contract more intuitively. Now, you can be able to actually trade crypto without using futures. You can actually be able to buy Bitcoin without having to use these products. They are suited for beginners, however, since you can also be able to borrow funds from as little as 1.25 times what you have through to 125 times what you have. So, for instance, whenever you're using BTC, USDT, perpetual futures, for instance, if you're holding, say, one Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin rises by 1,000 and you make 1,000, basically at 10x, for instance, you'll be able to make, say, $1,000. And you can also be able to make the same money when if you bet that the price will be going down. So those are the two implications on this. So how you get to trade this, basically find whatever tokens whatever pairs you want to expose yourself to, then just find the product and then select it, and then you can be able to, I'll show you how to configure those easily. You can also use coin margin perpetual futures and delivery futures. I'll also show you how to do that. These are pretty easy to do as well. So now let's go back to this particular screen. Let's get to see. Is basically the screen will show you most of the things that you've seen already on spot trading. Now, one item we have to note though is the fact that you'll need to have your funds in the futures wallet for you to be able to do all these type of trading. So I could come in here and let's see. We'll need to transfer some funds. You could do it through this button. This transfer button will move maybe some of the $10 we had right there. Confirm it to come into futures. Now, we could say maybe Bitcoin, we could just try Bitcoin USDT. I could come in here. I could say my entry price, I'm aiming for maybe 95, 500. All right. Actually, let's configure a limit order 95, 500. Something that will actually execute 95, 600. And then we want to configure everything. And then currently you have to configure your leverage levels right here. It could be cross, it could be isolated. Cross basically means that you're using other positions which are already open as collateral, while isolated basically means you're using that specific position as it is. Now you just confirm whether it's a cross or basically whether it's a cross or uh, um, or an isolated one. In my case, I just put in isolated. Now I will configure 5x leverage. I don't want to use as much. You could configure between up to 125x. Basically, with our $10, we could enter our maximum position of 150,000. $150,000, but we don't want to take a lot of risk. Maybe we want to take 5x leverage, and we actually 2x, and then just confirm here, and then do we want it as a long or as a short? So in our case, I can come in here and also configure take profit. I could say when it reaches 96,500, that's when I want to take my profit, and if it goes down to 95,000 flat, I want to exit the market and take the losses. So I'll open the long position. Just a second. Okay, so in some cases you may need to have sufficient funds. In our case, we may not have enough funds to open this position, but basically that's how you configure this type of order. That's how you configure this type of an order. Now, for those users who are new, you can come in here and just go to copy trades and go to copy trading, futures copy trading, where you can copy experienced traders and ensure that you're not taking too much risk on your end. So I could come in here under copy and find futures copy trading, and just be able to find a trader. I'll just find maybe you can come in here and sort based off. I'll show you how to sort. I click on more, and then I can come in here and say the people with the highest ROI, those are the ones I want to copy. I can come in here, click on copy, of course, go through the terms and conditions, click on confirm, and then once that's done, you'll just come in here and input the amount. The minimum copy trading amount for this particular trader is $50. So again, you cannot copy that, but you could also use smart copy trading, which is suitable for even newer beginners, rather newer traders. This is very, very suitable for you. Now that's about it. Something else maybe I want to mention is the fact that if you're totally getting started and you do not know anything about futures, you have what we call the futures kickoff, which you just click here, and then you can just instead of having to go through all that hassle, I could come in here and say I'm bullish on maybe WLD, and I'll come in here and do a buy, and then click on place order, something of the sort, and then just confirm the order, and this will automatically be put in configured for you, and it will be executed for you. For instance, you can see right now I've already gotten into a position using WLD, just as you can see right here. Is very, very good for most of the beginners. So you can just always come into the futures kickoff again, just click on futures trading and then futures overview, and then go down here. You'll find the futures kickoff right here, and then you can always come in here. If you think the price will go down, just go bearish, and then you'll find the amounts. Of course, do have the balances. Find the trading pair you want to use. For instance, if it's Bitcoin, I could use Bitcoin just like that, and then you can be able to say maybe Bitcoin will fall. So in that case, we'll be having to hold BTC in that case. So all these tools are available to you, so do ensure you get to use them as much as you may want. That said, I'll take some questions. But in the meantime, here is the quiz that you'll have to complete. How this works is Bitget will give you trading bonuses, and you can be able to come in here and get started using the trading bonuses. I've put through the quiz, so do ensure you take up that. Now let's again, the quiz will only consider the first 20 answers, so you'd rather be among the first correct 20 answers, so be very quick to answer these, and the rewards will be distributed before next week for the next session. The past week's session, some of the rewards were delayed, however they will be distributed before end of day Monday. Now, let me take some questions, starting with Wilfred. Do you think when one uses cross margin and gets liquidated, will all the funds both on spot and futures wallet be liquidated, or only those on futures? So for cross margin, it only basically for any type of futures, it will never touch your spot assets. It only uses the futures positions, the existing futures positions, to basically cover as collateral. So I'll give you an example. Let's have, say, Ethereum. If I had Ethereum and my position was maybe a long position, and the long position on Ethereum, I'll come on screen now to address the questions. And the long position on Ethereum is in profits. So let's say it's in $50 profits, and I'm already in losses for my other position. So what that will do is it will take the $50 profits we have, basically all the margin that that particular position has, and be able to move it to the other position which is losing, to ensure that you don't get liquidated. The only challenge with cross margin is if the second position goes quite further and becomes it's very easy to get all the positions liquidated, because if the one of the positions starts getting to what we call the margin calls, then all the positions will be getting the margin calls, simply because they can't have enough collateral to back them up. Okay, so but as for your question, it doesn't touch the spot assets. Let's get to see the Wilfred has very good questions here. Could you clarify the difference between triggers and advanced limit? Let me quickly go to spot and show you that. So when it comes to spot trading, you have something called triggers, and right here, you could have an order that does not exist on the order book. So when you place an order on limit order, it goes on the order book to say that if certain things are, rather a certain price is achieved, then it will you'll find it in my order book. Now the trigger here, the trigger type of an order, basically what this does is it will say when the price reaches maybe it could be lower or higher. It doesn't have to be any. I realize you cannot see. Let me just make this chart bigger. When the price goes maybe lower or higher, it could define a trigger point that when maybe this BGB reaches $0.5, then trigger an order at 0.51 with buying a total of $100 worth, and even set a take profit. So if it reaches 1.5, sell that, and you can even see how much profit you'd be making. So I could even put, if it reaches $5, I'll be making $880 in profit. And I could also set a stop loss. If it reaches 0.45, then I'll be in $11.76 in losses. So I'll typically take my stop loss at there and then put the order right there. In our case, I don't think we have enough funds, that's why it won't execute. But basically, the order, actually, the trigger is right there. So it will check whether you have this, and it will basically trigger this particular order to come into the order book when that happens. Now, let's get to see, for advanced limit is something similar, but it does give you the advanced options right there. The trailing stop order, this one. Now, picture this. This one, I actually don't want to explain it using charts. You have picture, you have these two, and this is towards the price where it's increasing, and this is towards the price where it's decreasing. So the current price is, say, here, rather here, and you don't know if the market will proceed to go on, so you don't want to move out of the market too early. All right, so what you can say is, I can configure what we call a certain percentage. So this particular percentage is the percentage between these trailings, these here and right here. So this percentage is basically, it trails the price. So if the price moves, it just trails with it. If it goes to the next one, it moves with it. So it basically allows you to follow the price without getting out of the market. Now, when the price goes back, the configured percentage, which is what we call a delta, that's when now it will take the profit, because already you would be in profit. Similar case, that's how it works when you're going on the other side for a stop loss. The next question is, what are the fees associated with spot trading? Spot trading, 0.1% fee. So if you're trading $1,000, you're paying $1 in fee. However, whenever you use BGB, you get up to 20% in fee rebates. That means you get up to $0.8 in fees. That's whenever you use such. There is also the option of using futures, because futures, whenever you are a market maker, you can get as low of a fees as 0.02, and that's one of the key items here. Now, what's the minimum amount needed to place an order on Bitget? $3. That's the amount you need to place an order on Bitget. Right, I think that's about it. It's been a pleasure to have you all here. My name is Matendo, and yet again, we're gonna see you on to the next session. So don't miss out. Do ensure you also share this session if you find it helpful. And join our communities. Also, for the form we've just shared, please do remember to fill in very quick, because we will consider the very first 20 people who get the answers right. That's about it. I'll be seeing you next week, same time. Have yourself a good evening. Bye bye for now.